Hello students, welcome to my channel. In this class, I am going to teach you set theory. Let us start the topic. A formal definition of set is given like this. A well-defined collection of distinct objects is called a set. That means set contains elements having a definite characteristic. Example of a sets. The set of vowels in English alphabets. This is a set. The collection of all prime numbers less than is also set. So these are examples of set. Now how we can represent a set? There are two methods by which we can represent a set. The first one is tabular form, or we can say roster form. Second one is set builder form. This is also known as a specification method. Now, the first one is tabular form. In this method, a set can be written by listing all its elements in a row within curly brackets. And we have to use comma to separate the elements. So in this method, a set can be written by listing all its elements in a row within curly bracket, and we have to use comma to separate the elements. So, example. The set of days in a week can be written as S is equal to Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So here we have to mention all the elements. The elements must be written within curly bracket. The starting bracket is curly bracket, ending is also curly bracket, and we have to provide a comma to separate the elements. The elements must be distinct. A single element cannot be repeated in a set. This method is known as tabular form method or roster method, by which we can describe a set. The second method is specification method, or we can say set builder method. So in this method, a set can be written by specifying its definite characteristics. So the above set here in this example can be written like this. Example: the set of days in a week can be written as S is equal to X, so that X is a day in a week. So in this way we can describe the set in set builder method or specification method. So there are two ways by which we can describe a set. The first one is roster or tabular method. The second one is set builder or specification method. Our next topic is subset. Let A and B be any two sets such that each and every element of set A are in set B. Then we say A is a subset of a B. Mathematically, we can write it is a subset. Now, definition of a subset. Let A and B be any two sets such that each and every element of set A are in set B. Then we say A is a subset of B. Mathematically, we can write A is a subset of B in this way. Now, example. Let A is equal to 1, 2, 3 and B is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then A is a subset of B. This is example 1. Example 2. Let A is equal to A, B, C and B is equal to A. Then we say A is the subset of B. In the first case, it is a proper subset, but this one is improper subset. Now, proper subset. A subset A subset A of A set B is said to be proper if A is a subset of a B and the second condition is A not is equal to B. Mathematically, we can write it as A is a subset of B. So here, in this case, first example, the example I have given, this is a proper subset. This is improper subset because here B is equal to A. And here we can write A is a subset of B in this way. Now, example. Let A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. B is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then A is a proper subset of a B. So here A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All the elements of are in B, but here A not equal to B. Therefore, A is a proper subset of B. Now, equal sets. Two sets A and B are said to be equal if they are identical. That is, they contains equal number of elements and exactly same. So two sets A and B are said to be equal if they are identical with all respect. That is, they contains equal number of elements and exactly same elements. Then we can say the two sets are equal sets. Now, examples. Let A is equal to x, so that x is a natural number and x less or equal to 5. B is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then A is equal to B. let a is equal to x such that x is a natural number and x less than equal to 5. We know the set of natural numbers are the set of counting numbers. So here the set A is actually the natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and we have taken B is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Therefore set A is equal to set B. Now example 2. Let A is equal to x such that x square minus 1 is equal to 0 and B is equal to 1 minus 1. Then A is equal to B. Because if we simplify the first set, x square minus 1 is equal to 0, x square is equal to 1, x is equal to plus minus 1, b is 1 minus 1. So, this is the second example for equal sets. Now, let us proceed for the next topic. Now, empty set, also called null set. A set S is said to be a null set if it has no elements. So a set S is said to be a null set or empty set if it has no elements. Now example. Let S is equal to x such that x not is equal to x. X belongs to a real number. So it is an example of a empty set. Example 2. Let S is equal to x such that x square plus 1 is equal to 0, x belongs to R. So here in the first case there is no real number which is not equal to itself, so this set is empty. In the second case, x square plus 1 is equal to 0 means x is equal to minus 1, x square is equal to minus 1, x is equal to plus minus I. So there is no real number satisfying this equation. Both the sets are empty set. So a set S is said to be a null set if it has no elements. It is denoted by now singleton set. A set S is said to be a singleton set if it contains only one element. Example. S is equal to curly bracket 1. S is equal to curly bracket S is equal to X. This is first example. Second example. This one is the third example. X are that X is a prime number less than 3. So here we are getting only one element in the set, that is 2, which is a prime number. So these are examples of a singleton set. So the topic for today class is completed. I shall meet you with a new topic in my next class. Till then, goodbye.